And hello everyone, thank you for tapping in. Thank you for checking me out, JaezMagicDrops. Today we're going to talk about imagination versus meditation. Imagination versus meditation. This is mainly for people that are working on themselves when it comes to getting into their meditative state and calming their emotions down, grounding themselves, just quieting out the noise, controlling your thoughts, finding peace within yourself. You have when you get into a meditative state, you can get to the point where it's actually like healing you in a way, because you're in a state of just pure bliss of your energy. And when you get to the point where you can push out all the thoughts, all the imaginative processes, then you can get to the point where it's just clairvoyance. And when you get to clairvoyance, there's a feeling within that. And that feeling is a very healing energy and feeling. And it truly is just your energy that you're feeling. The very purest version of what your energy currently feels like. So, with that being said, I'm gonna now explain some stuff to you all. Whenever I tell you all to imagine a rainbow-colored school bus, first off, a rainbow pattern is gonna look different to everyone in everyone's mind. So it's gonna be a unique thing when you think about it. And now that you've thought about this rainbow school bus, it's still in your head. So as I continue talking, you're still thinking about this rainbow school bus. So you're not actually being clear right now, you're still thinking about something. Anytime that you are imagining stuff, a lot of people in the spiritual world believe that they are seeing things when they are going into deep meditative states. I'm here to let you know right now that is your thoughts and imaginations going full force. These are just your thoughts and how you feel about them, just expanding based upon you letting things pop up. Now you can get hints on things that you need to work on, or hints on what you're worried about or what you're looking towards through clearing yourself in meditation and allowing whatever to pop up. But past that point of understanding what the pop-up is in the emotion, if you start picturing stuff happening in your head, you're just in imagination mode. You're in the imagination station, you're not meditating. You are not meditating. You are not meditating. If you have mental activity going on, that is not meditation. Because true meditation, the brain in the front shuts down. In the back of the brain, it starts being more activated and brain activity spikes. And normally throughout the day, when you are awake, the back of the brain's activity is very low. So when you are going into meditation and you're not imagining things, the front part of your brain shuts down more and then the back part of your brain gets activated. So that's another way that you can tell that there's a huge difference between meditation and imagination. I'm just telling you all this so you all can understand yourselves more. Y'all be having some beautiful ideas about your pain and healing and how you're feeling about yourselves right now and how that looks to you in your own head. And that's beautiful, bro. That is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? That's great. But I want you to remember that this is just your mind in the imagination station on overdrive. This is not actual meditation. Actual meditation, like I said, is going to put you in a state of peace, calmness, clairvoyance, clarity. There will be no thing. You have to get used to having some type of system to push out thoughts when you feel them coming in. That's how you get better at this. You use your imagination, and I found that when you come up with something funny, it makes it easier to forget the thought, because you're laughing and the emotion of laughing just makes it easier to forget things. So you can do something imaginative with your imagination to block out thoughts so that you can come back to a clear space, because no one is, at least people that are still working on it, unless you're meditating 24/7, on some crazy stuff, you're gonna have points where it's not clarity. You're having random stuff come up in your head. You gotta push it out. So not all the time are you completely meditating, only in the moments that you are completely clear and experiencing clairvoyance are you meditating? Now I'm going to explain how to get comfortable meditating depending on your astrology sign and your elemental sign, really, for your moon sign. So if no one understands what I just said, you have a birth chart, and the birth chart is where all the planets were. It's like a snapshot of where all the planets were aligned right before you came into existence and took your first breath. This plays out because it plays out on your personality, a lot of other stuff. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. But the reason I mentioned your moon sign when it comes to meditation is because your moon sign, for people that follow astrology, natal charts, whatever, your moon sign is how you take in information. It's how you feel on the inside, how you process the outside on the inside. So depending if it's fire, water, wind, earth, I know it sounds like some Avatar stuff, but it's true. Depending on if it's one of those 4 elements, you're gonna go about meditation differently to get more comfortable faster so that you can be in a clairvoyant state longer. So fire signs, I'm also a fire sign. Fire signs, you wanna get to the point where you're not thinking and you're just seeing. Fire lights up the dark. You have to just see, but don't try to make it form into anything. You just have to see and just be settled with just seeing and just sitting there. But not like actually seeing, you're having your eyes closed, but you're not letting the darkness form into anything, and you start imagining things, and now you're not even meditating, you know? So that's for the fire signs. You can also put water around you, have running water. The opposite works for the fire signs, to cool them down and calm them down. Now, water signs, you have to get into the feeling of it. What does it feel like when you're meditating, in that meditative state where you feel you're not thinking about anything and you're just honed in? How does that feel? You focus on the feeling if your moon sign is a water sign. Also, if you want to help get comfortable faster while meditating as a moon sign, you use the opposite element, which is fire, for candles. You put candles up and you can feel the warmth, the flicker. You might see it through your eyelids a little bit, and it helps you calm down. You know what I'm saying? Now we go to earth. Earth is grounded. It's more of a structure. So it's about positioning. It's about positioning yourself. If you have a moon sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, any of those moon signs that are earth signs, you all are going to be focusing on your posture and how you're sitting. The more you sit in a more, straight up posture and you get locked in more, that's how you're going to get more comfortable. And that's pretty much it with the earth signs, and then you got wind. With wind, you might want to meditate outside. Maybe you get comfortable feeling the breeze go across your body. Maybe you focus on your own breathing inside your home. And when you're meditating, you just focus on the breathing hitting the top of your nose and then coming out. That's how you can get to a more calm state. As a air sign with your moon, that's Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, So I'm just putting you all up on game of what actual meditation is. I don't want y'all to be out here in la la land and thinking that this is real and not just something that you imagine. If you're imagining, you know what I'm saying? If you imagine that a rainbow school bus the whole time, you're not meditating. You're having a mental process that is active. You have to shut down all mental processes. That is why the front of the brain shuts down and the back starts to activate, because you're shutting down the thinking and all that processes in the front of the brain. It's all love, everyone. I wouldn't speak if it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Meditation is key when it comes to grounding yourself. If you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling out of balance, if you're feeling like you need to dive into yourself more, if you feel like you just need a break from all the noise, some people might not understand, what it is, what people are doing when they just sit there and get real still and breathe. But until you experience it yourself, you're not gonna understand. We're all just an idea that we continuously nurture to become a real thing. I'm not real, you're not real. The only reason we're real is because we get up every day and keep doing what I think I would do as me and what you think you would do as you. So with that being said, man, I wish I knew where I was going with that. I had a good point. But anyway, it's all love, everyone. I appreciate everyone for tapping in. I wouldn't speak unless it was all love, but man, I wish I would have knew where that point was going. It's all love. I'm out.